My brothers and sisters, may the Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. There'll be a test after this. The book of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham became the father of Isaac, Isaac the father of Jacob, Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers. Judah became the father of Perez and Zerah, whose mother was Tamar. Perez became the father of Hezron, Hezron the father of Ram, Ram the father of Amminadab, Amminadab became the father of Nahshon, Nahshon the father of Salmon, Salmon the father of Boaz, whose mother was Rahab. Boaz became the father of Obed, whose mother was Ruth. Obed became the father of Jesse, Jesse the father of David the king. David became the father of Solomon, whose mother had been the wife of Uriah. Solomon became the father of Rehoboam, Rehoboam the father of Abijah, Abijah the father of Asaph, Asaph became the father of Jehoshaphat, Jehoshaphat the father of Joram, Joram the father of Uzziah. Uzziah became the father of Jotham, and Jotham the father of Ahaz, Ahaz the father of Hezekiah. Hezekiah became the father of Manasseh, Manasseh the father of Amos, Amos the father of Josiah. Josiah became the father of Jeconiah and his brothers at the time of the Babylonian exile. After the Babylonian exile, Jeconiah became the father of Shealtiel, Shealtiel the father of Zerubbabel, Zerubbabel the father of Abiud. Abiud became the father of Eliakim, Eliakim the father of Azor, Azor the father of Zadok, Zadok became the father of Achim, Achim the father of Eliud, Eliud the father of Eleazar, Eleazar became the father of Mathan, Mathan the father of Jacob, Jacob the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary. Of her was born Jesus, who is called the Christ. Now this is how the birth of Jesus Christ came about. When his mother Mary was betrothed to Joseph, but before they lived together, she was found with child through the Holy Spirit. Joseph, her husband, since he was a righteous man, yet unwilling to expose her to shame, decided to divorce her quietly. Such was his intention when, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary, your wife, into your home, for it is through the Holy Spirit that this child has been conceived in her. She will bear a son, and you are to name him Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophets. Behold, the virgin shall be with child and bear a son, and they shall name him Emmanuel, which means God is with us. The Gospel of the Lord. There's one other time that this lengthy genealogy is read, and usually is at the Vigil Mass for Christmas, except in most cases people end up putting the regular Christmas readings there as opposed to the genealogy. As we listen to it, of course, you can kind of get lost in all the various names and the sundry periods of time that it sort of represents. But we know today especially there seems to be a great new reawakening of concern about our past generations and genealogies. There's whole apps, etc., to look up people that should come from the course of our history. And so the point Matthew is making by giving this kind of lengthy listing is to show the fact that the whole event of salvation had a very long period of waiting and of preparation and expectation, and that there's a whole score of individuals in varying degrees that were marked as part of the process of bringing salvation about. It's also interesting that in the list of names here, they're not all perfect people. There are some that were crooks. There's a couple that were, there's a particular, one of the particular women was a prostitute. It's really not the most perfect kind of genealogy. And of course, in a sense, that's also true of every single one of us. None of us have all perfection in all that we're about from our past and our histories. And yet, even this is used by God sometimes in an ironic sort of way to be the place and the position out of which his plan can unfold and take root. Today, then, as we remember specifically the birth date of the Virgin Mary, it is a time for us to remember as well how God continues to intervene in our world through our history, through our lives, through the people we came from, to continue to mark us as part of his family.